Hello, hello, hello. I'm making a rock video and I want to talk about my OnlyFans situation right now. A while back, like 2 months ago or something, I set up an OnlyFans account, but because I don't have a bank account, I need Paul to help me with this. He refused to help me because he does not want me to find a boyfriend. So then I didn't know what to do. I asked around. I asked a friend of mine, Jose, on Facebook, and he said he was willing to do it because I was going to give him 50% of the income, and it rejected the account because his PayPal information did not match my account. And now I'm gonna have to set up another OnlyFans account, a third attempt. And Paul, because of, he was kind of coerced into cooperating with me now through the situation at hand, with all that back and forth, with this situation of, we have two options now. He either helps me with this and we work together as business partners, or I'm going to leave. He locked the van, so I cannot take the van. So ridiculous. But he doesn't want to be stranded. So I understand all of this, of course, but I would not have left anyway because I want to find a solution that really works, and it's very scary for me to just take the van and leave. So I have to find a solid situation that will work. I can't just be in this short van out there. I can't even stand up in the van. This is just it's just some transportation van. It's not even a real RV type of van where you can stand in it and where you have enough room. And living in that, it's like in the cold, that's a pretty grim situation, and I don't know if I can handle that. So no, I would not have done that. I would not have taken the van. I'm too scared, So, but he put a lock. I don't know. He locked the engine or something from underneath. So, but whatever. So, but he has to cooperate with me. If he doesn't want to be abandoned, because we don't have friends, we are hermits. If he doesn't want to be abandoned, then he has to put up with this cuckold situation, which sucks for him. And I feel terrible, but I cannot change that situation. It is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get another boyfriend. Okay, I have some boyfriends on the internet, but I haven't met them yet. I have not made up my mind in this way. So that might take me a while because I don't want to be beaten up again. I don't want to be abused again in any way, physically or emotionally. I want a boyfriend who I can trust. And it would be nice if I can find a rich boyfriend, but there aren't very many rich people out there. So that's not the most important thing. It would be nice, but I can put that into my wish box. But what matters to me the most is to find someone who, first of all, the most important things are he must love dogs. Okay? Must. Okay? Must love dogs as much as I love dogs. That's the most important thing. Paul does. That's the most important thing for me for any friendship, whether it's romantic or just friendship. That is the foundation. Okay, and he must be kind, compassionate, and gentle. I do not want a volatile man who freaks out because I said something that he doesn't like, that he finds politically incorrect or offensive or racist or something. Okay, I'm not a racist, but I'm accused of that all the time. I don't want a boyfriend like this. Sorry, stay out of my life. Okay? I don't want that. So I want a boyfriend who I can trust, someone who sees me for who I am, the whole picture of it, that I have emotional needs, that I'm sensitive, that I'm an activist for the animals and for the planet, that I want to make things better, that I want to set up a therapy help center. I want a solid man to help me with this and be on my side and hold me in his arms and help me and work together with me. So someone who's not selfish, someone who shares that vision for the future, for the world with me. Someone who wants to help make the world better. That's the kind of man I want on my side. Okay. So I'm not that picky about age or appearance. Certainly not about skin color. Okay. That doesn't matter at all what skin color you have. So what matters is that you have to be a deeply compassionate person. Okay. That's the foundation. And that you love me, for the living being that I am. And that you don't take offense to things. And if you do, that you talk to me about it. You come to me and say, this didn't feel so good. Let's talk. Not go into some kind of temper tantrum or go out and retaliate against me. Yeah. Or say some mean things. No, that's not working. Okay, you have to talk to me about it. We have to talk about this. Okay, I want a monogamous relationship. Okay, that's the best form, of course. But I don't want to hold someone hostage. I don't want to incarcerate anyone. You are still free. You can flirt with other women. You can even date other women. Just don't do it where I can see it. Don't talk to me about it. It would be nicer if you love me and don't feel the need to go out with someone else. That would be better. It would feel better. But I do not want to hold someone in a cage. Okay. And when I find the right man, I will not want to go out with someone else. That's for sure. Okay. I want to be in love. I want to feel fulfilled and happy. I don't want to look at someone else. I don't want to go in a chat room then anymore. I don't want to flirt with anyone on Facebook anymore. I will be loyal and faithful to you for sure, okay? And whoever has me as a friend, they will have a rock solid friend, okay? they will have the most loyal friend they can possibly imagine. Okay, I will fight for you. I will give my life for you. I will fight off any kind of hater or attacker, physically or emotionally. I will stand up for you. I will stand up for us, for our life together and our future European Basildon baby. Okay, so for our family. Okay, that's what I wish for. That's what I dream about. Okay, I want a man who is not religious, who doesn't view OnlyFans as sacrilegious, who doesn't think that he needs to wash his brain after watching my videos, who doesn't call me a whore, who thinks it's okay to be in the porn industry, which I have been, which I will be again. Okay, this is who I am. Okay, I am liberated in this way. Always have been like this. I've always questioned society. I'm coming from a very liberal background anyway, so but my parents were, they carried their fundamentalism into their so-called liberalism, so but they didn't realize it, so they put restraints on our behavior and all of this. That's a long story. I talk about this in my other videos. So I've always questioned that. So I don't look down on anyone. I'm not arrogant like my parents are. I view everyone as equally precious, and I want a man who does the same. We have to be careful though, we have to stand up for our rights, for our existence. We have to stand up for all beings. If we see injustice happening, if there's a new Adolf Hitler in another form or skin color arising, which is happening with the Muslim agenda, I want my boyfriend to recognize that and say no to it. No to Islam. Okay, so I will never ever engage with a Muslim man again. I've been beaten by a Muslim man, will never happen again. Okay, I see that coming from 10 miles away. Okay, and I go into red flag alert. So not going to do it ever. So that has nothing to do with racism. That has to do with self-protection. Okay, Islam is horror. Islam causes animals and humans to be tortured and killed. And I say no to that. I say no to violence. I want a man who is gentle and not violent. Very, very important. So these are my ground rules here. And so Paul is now facing this situation where he has to either work with me or I'm going to leave and figure something else out. And I will. Okay. Nothing can stop me from setting up a therapy center. Paul is so strictly against that. That's why we need to file for the divorce, because I don't want him to feel like there's any chance that I could get sued and that he will be held accountable for it. So I want him to be free and clear from all of this, and I'm on my own. But we can still work together. We can still get a land. I can get my own greenhouse to live in. A large, very large commercial tunnel greenhouse where I can grow my own food, where I can have my own space to live in. and he has his own, and he gets his own dog. He wants a yellow Labrador, so he can get that yellow Labrador. I don't want a yellow Labrador. I insist on getting a European Basset Hound. Okay, that's what I will get. Okay, because I want that. I will get it because I want this dog. Okay, I must have that dog. That is a must. Okay, I cannot have any other dog. I can't have a vicious dog. I can, no matter how good they look. I have to have a peaceful baby, a big peaceful baby, humongous marshmallow in my arms. Okay, so that's what I have to have. The perpetual baby is what I have to have, and then mama dog mom is happy and content. That's what I want for the rest of my life. I want happiness. Okay, that's very important for me. So let's see if this is gonna work with the video here. So because of the situation, he doesn't want to be abandoned. I don't want to abandon him as the best friends that we are, only friends. And I want to be there for him as a friend. I want to protect him. We need to protect each other. Life is gonna get more and more scary in the future. We need to, when we find good people, when we find compassionate people, as Paul is, then we need to stay together as a community. We need to stick together. Everyone I meet who is kind-hearted and compassionate, I want them to come to us and to create a community, a safe community. The more people we are, the better our protection will be. The better will be our neighborhood watch, our community watch. Okay, not in terms of militia or anything, but in terms of a peaceful, sustainable, off-grid community. That's what I envision. And with this community of like-minded, peaceful, compassionate people that will stand up against an invader, against attackers, that will stand up fiercely against attackers, that will not turn the other cheek. Okay, we mind our own business, but we will not tolerate an attacker or violence. So that's the kind of mind state I want for this community that I envision having. Okay, so if Paul stays with me, we can do this together. That is the ultimate solution in my view. Okay. If he is not cooperative with this or tries to control me, then I would be forced to leave and figure something else out. Find other people to do that with. Okay. I want to find as many good and compassionate people that I can find. Yeah. That I can possibly find. Okay. In my community, in my friendship circle. So, and I found a couple of good friends, a few. They're all scattered across the planet. And so maybe in the future they will come join us here. Maybe, I don't know if they will, but the most important thing is, that we have these friendships, and that we stay friends, even if it will always be on the internet. But I'm always looking for people that are local here in California, where we can create this kind of self-sustainability community. So that's my future vision. I want to set up therapy center. I want to start only with people that are on board with my vision, people that are very reliable, that keep this cohesively together. And I want to start maybe just with 4 or 5 people, And I think it is absolutely vital because almost every one of us has childhood pain, that we create a group session, just a few of us, and we do that every single day at 5 p.m. Okay, every single day at 5 p.m. we get together, we get a specific space for it or another greenhouse for it that is just designated for that group therapy session, and we will film that session. We'll also discuss the session afterwards. As we have done in primal therapy, we had so-called tape reviews. Okay, we reviewed the sessions in order to learn from our mistakes as therapists and to see how the mind works and what is necessary to guide someone through this inwardness meditation process. Arjanov called it primal therapy. Okay. He called it the primal process. And so I stay away from that terminology. I have separated myself from that approach, not in some bad way. I learned tons from Dr. Arthur Janov, but I move on, and that's what any therapy, no therapy is set in concrete or stagnated at some point. As Rudolf Steiner always said, things will always be evolving, okay? The same with a therapy process that has a lot of good elements in it. So I work on that and make it better. So I improve it. So, and because of this, I also want to use this new terminology that I personally came up with. It's not like a super invention or anything, but that's my personal terminology that I came up with, the inwardness meditation process. And that is a very wholesome terminology to describe this process, and very accurate to describe this process. Other people have different names for their processes. That's all okay. Teal Swan has a very, very good, excellent process that is very similar to this. The Buddhists have their meditation processes are very similar to this as well. So, but I'm working on my personal approach that consists of a number of modalities that flow into it, including what we eat. Holistic health is very, very important. Alcohol is absolutely out of the question, will not work for this. Okay, it's absolutely taboo. I cannot have an alcoholic work with us. Okay, if there are alcoholics out there, or anyone who, most people don't call themselves alcoholics, they're in denial. They'll say, oh no, they just drink a 6-pack every day. It's not, yeah, that's alcoholism. My dad is one of those people. Okay, my dad drinks like 2 bottles of wine every day. He thinks he's not an alcoholic. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Okay, I cannot. People like this, they will have to get clean first. They have to get completely weaned of all of these things, of all the toxic substances, before they can join my project. Okay, I can only, for right now, we can only work with people who are already there, who are already completely, who already know consciously that a substance is not going to work. And that includes hallucinogenic substances. I do not want to work with people who are taking shrooms or LSD or DMT or any of these. Not even marijuana cookies. If the marijuana cookies are helping you transition out of alcoholism, do it. That is your approach. That may be your transitional phase. I support you with that. I personally do not want any of these kind of things in my own approach. So I can only work with people who are completely sober and who are absolute, completely health conscious. Okay. And also people who are not bound to a religion. That includes Buddhism. I don't want people in there that are strictly stuck to something, some kind of spiritual belief or community or Buddhism or Hinduism or whatever religion it is. You have to free yourself from those things. Okay? That doesn't mean I'm throwing out the Buddhist philosophy. No, that there are elements in Hinduism and Buddhism that I embrace, that are absolutely real, that are absolutely beneficial. But we don't need the dogma, the indoctrination part. We don't need their religious textbooks for that. We can read them, but with an open mind. And then you say, okay, this thing here, this is useful. This is real. We can use this. But let's not give it a name. Let's not use this as some kind of commandment, or some kind of religious rule that we have to stick to or something. We use it as a tool, that, like this rock, meditation is free from religion. Okay. So Gautama Buddha is my number one go-to philosopher. That is the ultimate ethics philosopher. Jiddu Krishnamurti is his reincarnation, was his reincarnation. So my dog Kenny was another one. And that's the infinite cosmos, okay? And I want people to be open-minded, and we can have different views on gods or things or also beliefs, but the most important thing is, you can be an atheist also. The most important thing is for this community is that we are respectful of one another, and that we don't take this or that belief or approach or philosophy so ultra seriously that we say, oh, now this is now our commandment, this is now the rule I have to go by, this cannot be changed. Then that's a stagnated mind state. I want people who are not stagnated on nationalism or political parties or religions or any kind of belief system or any kind of philosophical rule. Okay, I want them to look at the everything with an open mind, and to always ask the question, does this work? Does this work now? Is this going to work in the future? Why is this or that not working? How can we make it better? This is alive. This is a live baby, this lifestyle, this philosophy. Okay, our language, everything is alive. It's an alive entity. Okay, that goes through transformation and growing and healing and learning and growing. That's one process forward. Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, I want openness. I don't want people who say you cannot show your boobs because this looks politically incorrect, or that's socially not acceptable, or those kind of things. Okay, we must embrace our bodies. We must embrace our sexuality, our sensuality, our hormones, that what we feel, okay, at all times. There's no shame in it. Anyone who comes in there who has some, shame issues or those kind of things, but is aware about it, at least, is aware and says, oh yeah, this is going on, I want to work on this. Okay, that's what we work on. Okay, we all have baggage like this. We want to work on that in this group therapy that I want to set up, and that we can create a paradise, absolutely 100%. Okay, and so I don't know how long I have. I have this intuition that I'm going to get shot because I have so many haters. Okay, I stand completely in the path of the corporate agenda with everything I do. So I believe, this could be paranoia, but I believe that that is why my computer and my Chrome accounts are getting sabotaged. I'm going to get shot one day, okay? Before that happens, I want to make something work. I want to get something started so that you guys can continue this, okay? And you can proliferate it. And we want to film it for the whole world, okay? We have to be brave with this. We need to be brave psychological warriors with this, warriors in a good way, in a kind way, in a peaceful way. That's why the word warrior is not really working. We need to be brave, truther, embracers. Okay, that's what we need to be. And we need to be able to show ourselves with that. The more we do, the more we help the whole world. Because your pain is shared by billions of other people. They just don't talk about it. They drink it down, they shut it out, they hide from it. They're not ready yet for this. You have to show it. Then you are ready. You're ready to show yourself with this, to be that example of what you want to see happening in the world, packing out the baggage, okay? That's what I want to see in the world. I pack out my baggage. I'm an open book. I can help you with this. And if I get just a handful of other people to do the same thing, then we can pack out our jealousy feelings, our insecurities, our childhood trauma, and we can completely free ourselves from all of that stuff. And we can become happy, really happy, And we can transform the world to become happy, to become a paradise. Other people will be delighted about this. If we had some reality show that is making the world better like this, okay? We show it to each other in tape review. We will discuss the issues, the problems, what we can improve. It's a never-ending improvement process, never-ending learning process, okay? I want to get on that path with other people. And we show it also in YouTube videos to the whole world. Eventually, we might get a live stream going where people can ask us live questions and so on. It's all there. We can do it, I don't know if I can do a live stream yet. I have my insecurities, but I will get there eventually. So I will get there. I have already done enormous work on myself, and my goodness, have I liberated myself already to this point. I am so infinitely grateful to Dr. Arsujanov and Tony Robbins and Teal Swan and Vera Wilhelmsen and all of these amazing people who have inspired me, who have taught me things, okay? So we need to teach each other with these kind of things. We can always learn. It will never stop. The learning process will never stop, okay? So let's make this happen, okay? You guys take care. Peace.